My beloved child, I speak to you tonight with a message that weighs heavily upon my heart. The world is full of distractions, temptations, and shadows that creep silently into the spaces where love should dwell, but tonight, I call you to awaken. I call you to open your eyes, to lift the veil from your heart and mind, for there are truths that must pierce the darkness and shine with clarity. There is a warning that you must hear, a divine alert that has been placed upon your spirit, for even within the closest circles of your life, not all hearts beat with the same intention, not all hands reach with the same sincerity. My child, someone in your own family has harbored a plot against you. I know your heart might shudder at these words, for they strike deeply, cutting through the innocence and trust you have held so tenderly, but you must not close your ears or your heart in disbelief. This is a time for vigilance, for discernment, and for the courage to hold firmly to the truth that I lay before you. You may ask yourself, Lord, how can this be? How could someone I love, someone I call family, harbor darkness in their heart toward me? And I say to you, even those closest to you are still bound by free will, and the human heart is capable of deception and envy. But fear not, my beloved, for I am your shield, your refuge, and your strength. I see the plots that are formed in secret, the whispers that seek to bind you, and the plans that hope to steal your joy and purpose. I tell you now, they shall not succeed unless you allow them to take root in your heart. Guard your mind, guard your soul, and lean wholly upon me, for I am the rock upon which you stand, unshakable and eternal. Do not let your heart harden in bitterness, for the heart that holds resentment becomes blind to my guidance. You must walk with wisdom, my child, with eyes wide open to the intentions around you, yet with hands open to love, for the truth I give is not meant to bring you hatred or despair, but clarity and empowerment. There will be moments when you feel a chill of betrayal, when the laughter of the one you trusted becomes a mask over intentions you cannot yet see. Do not despair, for every secret shall be revealed in my perfect timing, and every act of darkness shall come to light under the illumination of my presence. I am with you, even when hearts turn cold, even when hands that should uplift you instead seek to wound you. Remember that I am not only warning you but guiding you. I am showing you the path through the treacherous waters of deceit. There will be trials, my child, trials that seem unbearable, moments when tears will fall freely, and the night feels endless, but even in those moments, I am holding you. You are never alone, even when betrayal comes from where it is least expected. The pain of discovering treachery is not wasted, it is a refining fire, shaping you into a vessel of unwavering faith and resilience. You will learn discernment, patience, and the unshakable strength that comes from trusting fully in me. I urge you to pray, my child, not only for protection but for clarity and wisdom. The enemy will attempt to twist love into confusion, loyalty into doubt, and kindness into vulnerability. But when you are rooted in my truth, no scheme can penetrate the fortress of your spirit. Listen carefully to the impressions upon your heart, for I speak not only through my word but through the gentle nudges of the Spirit, the quiet warnings that come as intuition, as unease in a moment, as the feeling that something is not as it seems. Honor those nudges, for they are the seeds of my guidance planted deeply within you. Do not isolate yourself in fear, but strengthen your soul through prayer, through the study of my word, and through the fellowship of those whose hearts are aligned with righteousness. Seek counsel from those who walk faithfully in the light, for wisdom shared in truth is a sword against deception. There will be voices that tell you to ignore, to forgive blindly, to trust without caution, but I say to you, faith without discernment is not wisdom. To love blindly is not the same as to walk in my guidance. You can love without placing yourself in harm's way, and you can trust without surrendering your discernment. I see the anxiety that has been pressing upon you, the sleepless nights, the whispers of doubt, the inner conflict of wanting to see only good in everyone while sensing that all is not as it seems. I am here to tell you that it is acceptable to feel this tension, to acknowledge the unease, for it is a sign that your spirit is alive, alert, and tuned to my voice. Do not push away the feelings of suspicion, but hold them gently in prayer, letting me illuminate the truth before action is taken. Every revelation, every unveiling of intentions, is under my sovereignty. I am orchestrating the events around you, even the hidden plots, to bring you to a place of deeper faith, greater wisdom, and unshakable peace. In your daily life, you will notice subtle signs. Perhaps conversations are misdirected, words carry hidden meaning, or gestures are laced with false affection. Trust your discernment. Reflect not with anger, but with quiet observation and prayer. Keep your heart aligned with me, and I will make pathways clear. The one who seeks to harm you may appear confident, even loving, but beneath the surface lies the unrest and envy of a heart turned away from my truth. You are not to confront recklessly, nor to return evil with evil. Stand firm in righteousness, knowing that the power of truth and prayer is greater than any scheme formed against you. My child, you may feel a sense of loneliness as this warning takes root, for the betrayal may cut deep, from those you least expect. And yet, in that loneliness, I am closer to you than ever. I am the whisper in the stillness, the warmth in the chill, the unseen hand that protects you when all else seems dark. Draw near to me, and I will give you courage. Draw near to me, and you will find clarity. Draw near to me, and you will see the true intentions laid bare, not with vengeance in your heart, but with the light of understanding and the strength to navigate the paths before you. Do not underestimate the power of prayer, my child. Speak to me daily, share your heart without reservation, and I will answer. You may not hear me with earthly ears, but you will feel my presence in moments of insight, in the sudden peace that fills your chest, in the courage that rises when fear presses close. I am the shield around you, the sword in your hand, the fortress that cannot be shaken. When betrayal comes, it shall be met with my protection, and when the darkness seeks to overshadow you, it will scatter before the light of my guidance. Remember, my beloved, that even within your family, even in those closest to you, the heart is complex, and intentions can be clouded by envy, insecurity, or misunderstanding. Not all plots are born from pure malice, some come from fear, from misguided ambition, or from the human tendency to desire control over what they cannot fully grasp. But no matter the origin, I am aware, and I am in command. I will guide you to act not from fear or retaliation, but from wisdom, from prayer, and from a spirit that seeks the good in my perfect plan. There will be moments when your heart cries out for justice, when your spirit longs to see the wrong exposed, when your soul feels heavy with the weight of betrayal. I say to you, let me carry that weight with you. Allow me to guide the timing, the revelation, and the resolution. When the truth is revealed, it will not come as a rush of chaos but as a steady, illuminating light that exposes falsehood without consuming your peace. Stand firm in faith, my child, for the one who seeks your harm cannot triumph over the soul that abides in me. Keep your thoughts pure, your actions righteous, and your heart tethered to my will. When the enemy whispers deceit, let prayer rise like incense, creating a barrier that cannot be pierced. Let love guide your interactions, even when suspicion lingers, for love in discernment is a weapon of divine power. You are not to hate, but to watch. You are not to strike, but to guard. You are not to despair, but to trust completely in my protection. The trials you face are not punishment, my beloved, they are refinement. They are the fires that purify, the storms that strengthen, and the shadows that reveal the light. When someone in your own family plots against you, it is an invitation to grow stronger in faith, to become unwavering in trust, and to learn the art of spiritual vigilance. Let every betrayal, every hidden agenda, every whisper of envy be a teacher that draws you closer to me. My child, hear my voice and remember my promise: no weapon formed against you shall prosper, no plot conceived in secrecy shall triumph over the soul that abides in me. I am your defender, your counselor, your unwavering guide. Keep your heart in me, and the darkness around you shall scatter like smoke before the morning sun. Stand firm, walk boldly, and do not allow fear or anger to rule your spirit. I bless you tonight with courage, with discernment, and with the unwavering knowledge that you are never alone. My love surrounds you, shields you, and carries you through the storms. I see your pain, your doubts, and your fears, and I meet them with infinite compassion and strength. Walk forward in faith, hold your heart steady in prayer, and trust that the path I have laid for you is illuminated by my truth, protected by my hand, and filled with my everlasting love. And as you carry this message within your heart, share it with those who are willing to hear, comment your thoughts, and subscribe to the words that guide you closer to me. For in listening, in reflecting, and in walking with me, you shall find peace, protection, and the revelation of all hidden things according to my divine will. My child, now that your heart has felt the weight of my warning, understand that vigilance is not mere suspicion, it is an active engagement with the truth I place before you. Every glance, every word, every gesture that brushes against your spirit carries a message. I am calling you to see clearly, to perceive with the eyes of your soul, to sense the undercurrents that ordinary sight cannot discern. Do not shrink from this awareness, for it is a gift I give you, a lamp to illuminate paths that could lead to pain or deception. There is power in perception when it is rooted in my guidance. Trust it, nurture it, and allow it to grow as the shield it was meant to be. In your family, there may be one whose eyes do not mirror the love they profess, whose words veil intentions darker than they appear. It is not your task to confront recklessly, but to remain steadfast in prayer, clarity, and wisdom. Observe without judgment, for judgment belongs to me, and I see the heart in all its layers, both the shadows and the light. I tell you now, my child, your discernment is your lifeline. When you sense whispers of betrayal or deceit, anchor yourself in my word, and let your heart not be swayed by fear, anger, or confusion. I am the truth that cuts through every falsehood, the presence that steadies every trembling soul, the power that shields against every secret scheme. The enemy delights in confusion, in turning love into mistrust, in exploiting your compassion as a vulnerability. But you are not alone, my beloved. I walk with you, I shield you, and I arm you with insight that cannot be shaken by deception. Every secret plotting, every quiet envy, every hidden attempt to manipulate or control shall be exposed in due time. Do not rush the unveiling, for timing is part of my perfect orchestration. When the veil lifts, you will see not only the intentions but the lessons hidden within them, the growth, the strength, and the wisdom that I have been shaping in your spirit all along. It is natural to feel hurt, to feel disbelief, to feel sorrow when the betrayal comes from one you hold dear. But know this, my child, pain is not wasted. Every tear, every pang of the heart, every sleepless night is a part of the refining process. I am using this moment to teach you resilience, to deepen your faith, and to mold you into a vessel that can carry my truth without faltering. You will learn to stand with grace amidst deception, to act with discernment rather than impulse, to forgive without compromising your protection, and to love without surrendering your wisdom. I call upon you now to strengthen your spirit with the armor of prayer, the sword of truth, and the shield of faith. Speak to me constantly, not with fear but with earnest openness. Lay your fears before me, your doubts, your uncertainties, and I will transform them into clarity, courage, and peace. Trust that even the hidden plots will serve my divine purpose in your life. Nothing is wasted, nothing is unseen, nothing is beyond the reach of my eternal gaze. You will notice subtle signs of the schemes around you. Perhaps a conversation seems off, a gesture feels forced, or a glance carries an edge you cannot yet name. Pay attention, my beloved. These are not meant to distress you unnecessarily but to awaken you to the reality of human hearts, the complexity of intentions, and the necessity of spiritual vigilance. Do not let these signs feed fear, let them feed your awareness, your discernment, and your reliance upon me. In observing with prayerful attention, you gain insight, strength, and protection. It is essential that you do not isolate yourself in this time. Gather around you those whose hearts are attuned to righteousness, whose counsel is grounded in my word, whose presence uplifts rather than clouds your clarity. There is wisdom in community, in shared discernment, in the support of those who walk faithfully. Yet, remain cautious, for even among well-meaning hearts, the human tendency toward error exists. Seek guidance with prayerful hearts, but always return to me as your ultimate source of truth, your unshakable anchor, your unwavering refuge. Do not allow anger to take root, for anger can blind the mind and cloud the heart. You must act not from impulse, not from bitterness, but from the clarity I provide. The heart that is guided by me sees beyond immediate hurt, understands beyond surface intentions, and responds in alignment with my truth. Remember, my child, revenge is not your task, revelation is my domain. Stand in faith, act in wisdom, and trust that the outcomes I allow are perfect, even when they are difficult to comprehend. I know the nights are long for you, filled with restless thoughts, shadows that seem louder than light, and the ache of uncertainty. Bring these nights to me. Let your prayers rise like incense, each word a plea, a release, a surrender of fear into my care. I hear every whisper, I see every tear, and I answer in ways that bring not only protection but insight, strength, and a deeper connection to me. You are never forgotten, never alone, and never without my guidance. Your journey through this revelation is also a journey of spiritual awakening. You are learning to perceive what is hidden, to sense the undercurrents of human hearts, and to navigate the complexities of relationships with grace. Each step you take in awareness, in prayer, in measured action, fortifies your spirit and prepares you for the full manifestation of my protection and truth. The one who seeks to harm you cannot overcome the soul that abides in me, that trusts my timing, and that walks in alignment with my will. The one in your family who plots against you may be skilled in deception, subtle in manipulation, and patient in secrecy. But my eyes pierce every shadow. My wisdom knows every thought before it is spoken. My love shields you from harm before it touches your life. You are surrounded by my power, and no plot can breach the fortress I build around your spirit. The knowledge of betrayal is not to drive you to despair but to empower you with awareness, strength, and spiritual clarity. I urge you to remain consistent in your faith practices: prayer, meditation on my word, seeking guidance, and keeping your heart aligned with me. These acts are not merely rituals, they are the lifelines that connect you directly to my presence, the source of your protection, and the illumination of the paths before you. Through these practices, your spirit grows strong, your discernment sharpens, and your peace becomes unshakable, even amidst the most challenging circumstances. You may feel torn between love for your family and the necessity of protecting yourself. This tension is natural, and it is a space where I meet you with perfect understanding. Love and discernment are not mutually exclusive, they coexist when guided by me. You can maintain love in your heart while exercising caution in your actions. You can hold forgiveness as a principle while safeguarding your soul. This balance is the art of spiritual maturity, a gift I am cultivating in you even as you walk through these trials. Be alert to patterns that repeat, to words that shift, to promises that go unfulfilled. These are markers of intent, signposts that can guide your response. Respond not in haste but in measured thought, always consulting me in prayer before action. Your spirit, when rooted in me, becomes a compass, a shield, and a beacon of truth that cannot be manipulated or deceived. The fear of betrayal can be consuming, but I call you to rise above it, to walk with confidence in my protection, and to let your heart remain steady. Fear is a tool of the enemy, but faith is your weapon. Faith allows you to see beyond the immediate, to trust in my timing, and to act with wisdom rather than reaction. Let faith be the anchor in the storm, the guiding light in the darkness, and the source of unshakable peace within your soul. Do not allow isolation or silence to give power to the schemes around you. Speak with me constantly, reflect on my guidance daily, and align every decision with my wisdom. The one who plots against you cannot prevail when your life is lived in truth, guided by prayer, and rooted in righteousness. Every act of vigilance, every moment of discernment, every prayer whispered in faith strengthens the shield around you and ensures that the plans formed in darkness will ultimately serve my divine purpose. I know the weight of this revelation can feel overwhelming, my child. The thought that someone you trust, someone you love, may seek to harm you is heavy upon your heart. But I tell you now, there is nothing to fear when you abide in me. Your soul, protected by my hand, is untouchable by any scheme formed in secrecy. Trust in my timing for revelations, for confrontations, for resolution. I am orchestrating everything for your ultimate good, even when the unfolding events are difficult to bear. Take comfort in my promises, in my presence, and in my unwavering protection. Remember that each trial is an opportunity for growth, each challenge a lesson in strength, each shadow an invitation to walk closer to me. You are never alone, my beloved, and you are never without my guidance. Your faith, your discernment, and your prayerful heart are your greatest allies in navigating the complexities of human intentions. And so, walk forward with courage, with clarity, and with the knowledge that I am with you at every step. Let the awareness of hidden schemes strengthen your resolve, deepen your trust in me, and guide you in actions that are wise, measured, and aligned with my truth. Know that in every moment, my love surrounds you, my power protects you, and my wisdom lights your path. Continue to nurture your spirit with prayer, meditation, and reflection, for these are the sources of true strength. Stand firm in your faith, act with discernment, and allow me to reveal every truth in perfect timing. You are my beloved, my child, and nothing formed against you shall prosper. My beloved child, as the days and nights unfold, know that every hidden intention, every whispered scheme, every moment of deceit is already before me. Nothing escapes my sight, and nothing can diminish the protection I place around your soul. The one who plots against you may feel confident, may weave layers of deception and attempt to bend reality to their will, but I am the unshakable fortress that surrounds you. Their plans, though dark and secret, are powerless against the light I pour into your life. Stand firm, my child, for your faith is the anchor that holds you steadfast in the midst of the storm. You may feel moments of doubt, moments when your heart aches with the realization that betrayal comes from within your own family. It is a pain like no other, a wound that strikes at the core of trust and love. But I am here to heal those wounds, to wrap your spirit in my eternal comfort, and to guide you through the labyrinth of human intention with unwavering clarity. Do not allow sorrow to turn to despair, nor fear to become the master of your mind. Each moment of revelation is an opportunity to draw closer to me, to deepen your reliance upon my wisdom, and to strengthen the fortress of your soul. Remember, my child, that discernment is a sacred gift, and I have placed it within you for such a time as this. The awareness that someone harbors ill will toward you is not a curse, but a calling to rise above naivete, to cultivate spiritual vigilance, and to walk in alignment with my truth. You are not called to respond with vengeance or anger, but with insight, patience, and unwavering faith. The heart that trusts in me cannot be shaken by betrayal, for my hand is upon it, guiding it, guarding it, and illuminating every path before it. There will be days when you feel burdened, when the weight of hidden schemes presses heavily upon your spirit, and when your mind questions whether love and loyalty can coexist with caution and protection. I tell you now, they can. Love in your heart does not mean surrendering your discernment. Loyalty to me does not require blindness to deception. You can walk with grace, speak with truth, and act with wisdom, all while maintaining compassion in your heart. The balance is delicate, yet it is within your reach when your soul is anchored in me. Pay attention to the subtle signs, my child. A glance that lingers too long, a word that carries hidden meaning, a gesture that seems too calculated, all are part of the language of human intention. Listen not only with your ears but with your spirit, for I speak to you in whispers, impressions, and feelings that rise within your heart. These are my guides, my warnings, my ways of preparing you to navigate the shadows that linger near. Trust these impressions, cultivate them through prayer, and allow me to illuminate the truth before you act. Do not allow bitterness to take root, even when betrayal is unveiled. Bitterness clouds judgment, poisons the heart, and dims the light of my presence within you. Instead, choose clarity, choose faith, choose wisdom. Let your heart remain open to my guidance, and your mind attuned to my truth. The one who seeks to harm you may act in secrecy, but I act openly in power, love, and righteousness. My protection is not passive, it is active, relentless, and unyielding. Your family may seem divided, your trust tested, and your love challenged, but remember that my love is constant, unwavering, and eternal. I am the source of your strength, the light in your darkness, and the voice of truth in the midst of deception. Lean on me, and you will find courage beyond measure, clarity beyond doubt, and peace beyond understanding. Each day, each moment, each challenge is an invitation to grow closer to me, to trust me more fully, and to allow my spirit to guide your steps with precision and care. I tell you now, do not confront recklessly. Do not act impulsively. Every action taken in fear, anger, or haste can unravel the protection I have placed around you. Instead, walk in deliberate faith. Pray before decisions, reflect before reactions, and consult my word and my spirit before moving forward. The one who seeks your harm may test your patience, but patience rooted in me is a weapon stronger than any plot, sharper than any scheme, and more enduring than any obstacle. Even when the betrayal cuts deep, remember that your worth, your purpose, and your destiny are not determined by human deception. You are a child of the Most High, cherished, protected, and beloved beyond measure. The trials you face are not punishments but refining fires, shaping you into a vessel capable of carrying my light, truth, and love into the world. The one who plots against you may seek to diminish your spirit, but they cannot diminish the soul that abides in me. I urge you to remain steadfast in your spiritual disciplines: prayer, meditation on my word, reflection, and communion with me. These are the sources of your strength, the foundation of your discernment, and the light that exposes hidden darkness. When you rise each day in alignment with my will, when you anchor your heart in my promises, and when you walk in the knowledge of my protection, no scheme can overcome you, no plan can succeed against the soul I have fortified. Know also that revelation does not always come in grand, dramatic moments. Often it is subtle, a shift in a word, a feeling of unease, a sudden clarity in a moment of prayer. Be attentive, my child, for these small signals are my messengers, guiding you through the unseen, preparing you for the moments when truth must be faced with courage, and action taken with wisdom. There will be times when the betrayal may seem overwhelming, when trust seems impossible, and when the love you feel is shadowed by deception. In these moments, I am closest to you, wrapping your spirit in comfort, filling your heart with strength, and guiding your steps with precision. Trust in me fully, my beloved. Let my presence be your anchor, my word your shield, and my love your guiding light. The one who plots against you may believe themselves clever, may hide in secrecy, may weave intricate webs of manipulation, but I am the light that exposes all darkness, the power that dismantles every scheme, and the love that heals every wound. Walk boldly, my child, knowing that your path is guarded, your spirit protected, and your future secure in my hands. Even amidst betrayal, you are called to love, not blindly, but wisely. You are called to act, not from fear, but from discernment. You are called to protect, not from anger, but from faith. These principles will guide you, sustain you, and ensure that no plot, no scheme, and no betrayal can triumph over the soul that trusts in me completely. And so, I bless you tonight, my beloved child. I bless your heart with courage, your mind with clarity, and your spirit with unwavering peace. I bless you with the discernment to see the hidden, the wisdom to act rightly, and the faith to trust me in every circumstance. Walk forward in confidence, knowing that I am with you, guiding you, protecting you, and illuminating every step of your journey. Share these words, reflect upon them, comment your thoughts, and subscribe to hear more of my guidance, for in doing so, you open your heart to my love, your mind to my wisdom, and your life to the fullness of my divine protection.